this to the cloud here. We're getting started here in about 2 minutes. Get some other people just join us. Christina, let us know in the chat below where are you guys from and where in the world are you right now? Tampa, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Western Florida, Panama. Hey, Steve, Kansas City in the house, Sacramento, Paul Rogers, the website. Yeah. Aldo, can you drop to send the appointment? re.studiopto.com/send the appointment below. That'd be great. Awesome. We will get started here. Okay. We'll get started here. I know you're feeling too great. What I'll do is I'm going to share my iPad screen and we're going to get rock and roll here in a second. So, awesome. Although if you can just let people in, that'd be greatly appreciated. And we're going to hop right into it today. I want to say thank you everyone for joining us. I really do appreciate everyone's attention today. I'm going to walk you through kind of like what we're going to go through today. I'm just going to share my screen here and we're going to rock and roll. And so Vikram's going to share with you today how to thrive in real estate during a shifting market. I'm going to take you through a demo of how we can help you fill the front end of your funnel and set more first conversation appointments. And then all we're going to ask today is that there's going to be a survey link we're going to throw at the bottom of the end of the training today. And all we ask is that you just fill out the survey today. Nothing to sell you. We just want to provide a massive amount of value today around how to thrive in real estate during a shifting market. I'm going to take you through kind of how we can help you if you decide you want to go down that route. We're going to take you through a demo of what we do. But really, we want to really start with serving today. I know that we're going through a massive shifting market that's happening really across the world right now, specifically in North America. And we just want to, provide some value around like what Vikram did when he was building his real estate business. And he's going to talk a little bit about, how he scaled his business to 250 million in sales, what he did, the steps that he took. And I'm setting the stage for Vikram today because of the fact he's not feeling too great, but he wanted to show up today and provide some value. And I'll talk about the demo and then we'll throw the survey in the chat below. So Vikram, I'm going to hand it over to you to kind of chat with us about how to thrive in real estate during a shifting market.
Hey, everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I got some food poisoning on the 4th and not my normal self right now. So if you guys could do me a favor, since I'm on screen and I look and feel like I got hit by a baseball bat, if you guys could do me a favor, so I'm not talking to a bunch of black dots, I think it's only fair that you guys turn on your cameras too, because that'll make me feel like I'm not alone. So what I'm going to talk to you guys today about is how my playbook on how I started in a brand new area and a brand new time. And it was basically 2009 when I started selling real estate. And I think that this is the absolute best time as agents because a lot of agents are going to fall out of the market. And this gives you guys a huge, tremendous opportunity to grab market share. So like Cody said, I sold real estate for about 10 years, built a team, got out of real estate. I've been a serial entrepreneur my whole life, whatever in the heck that means. I always just tell everybody that I'm the most unemployable person in the room. But I'm going to share with you guys basically what I learned and what I teach my clients on their focus right now as well. So if you guys have questions, speak up. I actually, Joanne, I just got an IV. If Cody wants to share the picture in the chat, it was the greatest IV I've ever had, but it didn't help at the moment. But Cody should definitely share that picture because it's quite hilarious. So most agents think every solution has a problem and they're determined to find the problem. I like to think that every problem has a solution. And I like to think most of the solutions we already have in front of us. Richard's got a bird on his shoulder right now, which is pretty cool. Is that a cockatiel? That's pretty sweet. Look at that, Richard. Love it. So I like to find solutions, right? I think that the winners are solution-based, not problem-based. And if you listen to what everybody says, they're going to talk about how this is the worst time in the world, blah, 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 blah. And I would tell you to ignore them and tune them out. And just remember that this isn't the first time and this isn't the last time. If you guys follow KCM Matters, they talk about what happens during recessions, right? And 2008, we saw a 19% decrease in pricing, right? The real estate market got hit hard. But the last 4 or so recessions, we haven't seen a decrease in real estate. And real estate's actually a great place when you have inflationary issues. So this is actually a great place to be, and it's a great time. And it's just a matter of getting to know your clients. So this is all about the long game, right? A lot of your pipeline, right? If you guys just give me a show of hands, anybody here have a client they were working with for the last 3 months and now they're on hold? Yeah, got a couple, got both my R's raising their hands. Thank you guys for participating. I appreciate it. Joanne said 14 people pipeline disappeared, right? That's a pretty big deal. So 20 people, right? So anybody who thinks that this is going to be easy, it's going to be challenging, but there's still going to be sales made. And the way you make sales is you have to play the long game. So how do we do that? Well, it's not about stuffing more widgets in your pocket. For those of you that are older than 27 years old, maybe you've seen I Love Lucy. And if you guys have seen I Love Lucy, you guys have seen the time where Lucy and Ethel were stuffing everything into their pockets and they were speeding the conveyor belt up. And that's not how it works, right? Like that's not how it works. So the way that it works is we have to become more efficient with our time and we have to deliver higher value with our time. So I would love for you guys to just put in the chat, commit. If you're committed to the long game, just put commit in the chat, because committing to the long game is going to change everything for you, because success isn't optional, it's a must. And if you commit to the long game, then somebody said, is this better? Is my audio better now? Cody?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure it's not mine. So I see that we have a committed group of people, which I'm super stoked about. And Christine's been through market cycles, right? She's seen ups and downs. I would assume some of you guys have seen some ups and downs. So let's get into it before I vomit. So number one, let's focus on our VIP clients. Aldo's laughing at me, but Aldo knows that I don't play games. I got my bucket literally right here next to me, matching bucket for my shirts. You never know what's going to come up. Focus on your VIP clients. Who are your VIP clients? Who are the people who've done multiple transactions with you? Who are the people who've referred you business in the past, right? Who are the people that take care of you? Sometimes your VIP clients have never done any business with you, but they refer you. They're always promoting you. They're always talking about you. Who are those people? Do you have them written down? Do you have a list of them, right? Are they in your CRM so that you can contact them every...
Be worried.
Thank you, Daniela. Welcome from Austin, Texas. So make sure you guys are focusing on your VIP clients, right? And if you don't have a list of them, create one, right? This is the time when you need to create your VIP client list. Number two, if you guys don't have 3 to 6 months of cash reserves, now's the time to start really saving up. Things might get nasty. I don't know. They might be 2 months and we might be right back into the grind and things go back to normal. And buyers get used to the interest rates, sellers get used to the new pricing, and things pick back up for you. But this is the time when I would recommend that you guys really start putting money into the coffers, right? Normally in a given month, depending, my level of cash reserve needs are lower than others. I can last off of 1 month and feel pretty happy. I can last off of -3 months and be very happy too. But other people, right? What's your risk tolerance? So during a recession, I would say have at least 3, but preferably 6+ months of cash reserves loaded up. Number 3, focus on maximizing your ROI. This is the time for you to get in touch with your accountants, your bookkeepers. This is the time to ask your marketing department or the marketing people what's working, what's not, right? If you're spending money on something, are you getting a return? If you're not getting a return, it's time to pivot. It's time to look at what's going on. Right? Do you guys have a QuickBooks? Do you guys have a bookkeeper? What is your money going to? How much are you spending on what? One of my clients, when we started working together, she had a coach, a great coach, a personal friend of mine, and she started working with me. We cut out 36% of her monthly budget without losing a single service. she just started going through it. She's like, I don't use this. I don't use that. I don't use this. I don't use this. I don't use this. I don't use this. I'm like, there's a discount code for that. Here's a code. Here's a code. Here's a code. Why are you paying for this? She's like, I don't know. I just signed up for ClickFunnels last year and said, how much are you paying? $149. Okay. Well, do you need it? No. Well, let's get rid of it. So where are you able to maximize your money, right? Where do you like, for the way that I look at dollars is they're little soldiers. And every time a soldier goes out, they got to bring me 1, 2, 3. If they bring me 1 back, it's par. I may as well not have done the work. If they bring me 2 back, I feel good, but I want my soldiers to bring me $3, $4, $5 back. So look at what you're spending your money on and ask yourself, do I need to do that? Know your numbers, right? Who here tracks numbers? Like when I saw Cody's tracking at his, I kind of sit on the board of Cody's company, I guess you could call it. I'm just giving myself a board seat to your company, Cody. Thank you. But like when we started talking about tracking, the amount of data that you can track is amazing. And I don't think you need to track everything right out the gate if you're not tracking anything, especially if you're solo. Just out of curiosity, who here is solo? Who here has a team? Who here is on a team? If you guys could just put solo on a team, or you're a team leader, owner, whatever, if you could put that in the chat, that would help me. But you guys, like one of the most important things that I would say is, do you know how many calls it takes to book an appointment? Right. And that's going to change. That's going to change right now. Do you know how many calls it takes to get a sale? Right. That's going to change right now because people are going to be a lot more needy. You're going to have to spend a lot more time educating, holding hands. And for you solo guys, right, there's a few KPIs you can track. You don't need to track as much as probably Cody and I are tracking right now because it's a lot of work. But do you even know, like, I would say 60% of people that I start working with don't even realize how much money they've made for the year. People think GCI is the same as net commission, right? There's a big difference between gross, like, you sell a $500,000 house, you get a 3% commission, you make 15,000. Your broker takes 10%. This person takes 10%. That person takes 10%. So your paycheck is 30% less than what you think you're getting. So you $15,000 paycheck actually is $12,000. And so like a lot of agents don't realize that, and they're spending money based off of the gross, not the net, right? Are you putting money aside for taxes? These are all things that if you do now, you'll feel a lot better. So if you don't know those things, you're gonna be struggling. You got to increase your touch points across all communities, right? Clients, prospects, your phone book, social media, right? Anybody here got one of these things? Anybody got one of these things, a cell phone that's got a phone book in it? If you have a cell phone with the phone book in it, I would go into the phone book and I would look at your contacts and I would just start dialing for dollars. I would introduce myself to everybody. I would talk to everybody. I would share with everybody. I would ask questions. I would listen and I would educate. All right. There's a couple of questions that people are going to ask right now. One is, what's going on with interest rates? Yeah, they went up 2.5%. Okay. It is what it is. It's reality. What's going on with listings? They're probably going up in your marketplace. So you probably have to be a little bit. Excuse me 1 second. Cody, this is the greatest call we've ever done together.
You're doing great, man. I appreciate you taking the time, even though you're feeling not great today. Like, everyone can just kind of give a thank you to Vikram.
No. Thank you is not necessary. No,
Yeah.
thank you is not necessary. Let's power through this.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
See you later, Ricardito. But you guys, 100 contacts a day, right? You should bare minimum strive to make 100 touches a day, 100 attempts for touches a day, right? You should do 10 contacts a day. So you should have 100 touch points where you're sending messages, DM. You could do, you guys, who here is on social media? Raise a hand. A couple of you guys, I'm sure, on social media, right? There are so many opportunities on social media for you guys to raise hands. There's this thing called hand raising posts, right? Like a great post here. You guys tag me on your post today. So if you guys go to Instagram, I'm coach, I'll put it in the chat, Coach Vikram Deol, go tag me, but you can do what's called a hand raising post. And this works really well on Facebook. I haven't really tried it on Instagram as much, but this works really well on Facebook. You can ask, what was your price of your first home? What was the interest rate of your first home? Right? If you guys bought in the 80s, your interest rate was 12%, 15%, 18%. That's normal, right? The 2, 3, 4% that we've had for the last decade, that was abnormal, just so you guys know. So when your clients are like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the interest rates are so high, remind them of history, right? It's okay to have a high, like I'm refinancing a property right now. Yeah, it's more expensive than it was 6 months ago. It is what it is. But I know that in 3 years, it'll probably come back down. So I'll refinance it again. So educate your clients, right? Let them know that this isn't the end of the world. Prices are still going to probably rise, maybe not at the 15% ratios of what we saw in certain markets. Maybe they go up 1%. Maybe they stay flat. Maybe they go down a couple of percent. But in the long run, they're going to come up. And just so you guys know, in Austin, is it Austin or Houston? I have a little brain fog right now. One of those Texas states, BlackRock or Blackstone, one of those companies is buying 1 in 4 homes at the current rates, at the current market, and they're actually bidding up those homes. So there's a saying in stocks and crypto, follow the smart money. Well, if the smart money is still buying property, I think we should not be out of the market. What's your guys' unique selling proposition? What's your defining statement, right? Who are you compared to all the other agents out there, right? On this call, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's 30 of you guys on here, minus Cody and Aldo. There's 28 real estate agents on this call right now. If your defining statement is you have the best service, I bet you don't. If your defining statement is that you're the best negotiator, I bet you're not. If your defining statement is that, I will be there for you 24/7, that's a lie, because you have to sleep and you need boundaries. So what makes you different than everybody else? Because if you don't have a defining statement, you're a commodity, and commodities get lost in the hustle. So what makes you different, right? What makes you special, right? Like my line that I used to use with my clients, because I serviced a lot of Indian Microsoft tech guys, was that I'm the only Indian agent with an MBA that services your market. And they loved it because they have MBAs. I fit in with them. And so they loved that I was Indian. Even though I don't speak the language and I'm like super whitewashed, they didn't care. They didn't care. Like they loved the fact that I was Indian and I understood their culture. And that made a huge difference, right? So who are you? What's your bragging list? What's your defining statement? The more that you guys can come up with your unique selling proposition, the better you're going to do. Think about Mercedes, think about BMW, think about Rolls-Royce, Lexus, Rolex, right? Even this mic that Cody and I both use. Like the minute I saw that Cody and I both had the same mic, they're these Shure mics. Like this is a brand of mic that is super well known in the industry. And so the fact that like we know that the quality of the mic is a certain thing, it just makes you feel good. You're like, oh, I like this. I feel better that I spent $500 on this mic because I saw Cody has it. And I was like, oh, Cody's a G, right? That's what branding does to you. That's what having a unique selling proposition. The other thing is that Cody, could we probably have found mics that sounded pretty good for half the price?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
But they wouldn't have been the name brand.
Yeah.
So we bought the name as well as the quality. That's what you guys want people to think about you as. Oh, I'm feeling better. This is good. Maybe we should go long. Your brand is your invisible hand. All right. This is the number one thing that I've been hard focused on. I've been creating content for a decade. Anybody else creating content, never gone viral? Yeah, I know. All of us are there. Your brand is your invisible hand. That's from our mentor, Sharon Srivatsa, who was the person who helped TELUS Properties get bought out by Douglas Elliman in LA for like $1 billion.
3.5 billion.
Huh?
3.5 billion.
Lots of gazillions and trillions of dollars. Yeah. And that she just blew my mind right now.
Did I? You didn't know the name, right?
You
That's
just, you
great.
just threw me off my. Sharon right now is in the same path that we are, right? Even though he's got 1 million followers, they weren't super engaged, they weren't super active. And so he's creating his content. And what I would love for you guys to do is if you're not on Instagram with thousands of followers that are very active, F Instagram, get on TikTok. You don't got to do all the BS dancing. You don't got to do all the crap. Short content, 30 seconds or less until you get to your first 10,000 followers and create real estate content. Talk about the market, talk about mortgages. You can do content where you're just scrolling through a house, previewing it, showing it. You could say, what's a day in the life of a realtor? What's a day in the life of an EXP real estate agent? What's the day in the life of, who else has got there? Of a Cohen real estate, Cohen credit restoration, right? What kind of content is working right now is stuff that's relatable, right? How do you win in the market? And you guys can go look up real estate agents that have a big following. There's a guy named Zachary Loft, I believe. I had him on my podcast a while ago. Oh, hey, Jacqueline, thanks for putting your camera on. I appreciate it. And you could put feel good content, right? Like, you guys, we don't need to use the word recession. We can use the word shifting market. Like, recession's a trigger word, right? And it doesn't make people feel better. It creates fear. And we're not CNN, we're not Fox, we're not the news. Like, we're not here for fear. We're here to help people out. So don't use trigger words. I mean, every now and then, sure, it's okay, but use emotional stuff that makes people feel good, right? Here's a trick. If you guys are going to make a reel for Instagram, if you guys are going to put a picture on Instagram, go to your phone, go to screen record, do a 1 to 3 second recording of the picture. So it then turns it into a video, edit the front of it out so it doesn't show the recording anymore. And now you have a reel. Reels perform 10 to 50 times better than a stagnant picture. All right. That's a free tip. All right. That's a free tip. Connect, you guys. If you guys have people that are commenting on your stuff, here's what most people do. They post something online and then they take off. And then they come back and they're like, oh, we have 5 messages, and they don't respond to them. You guys, I just moved to Miami last year. I was looking for a place. I messaged 15 real estate agents on Instagram. I got a message back 3 months later. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm looking to rent something between 3,000 to 5,000 or buy something. That's a nice commission. A 1 month commission, that's $3,000 to $5,000. It's not, you're not going to become, Rolls Royce driving, but that was a $3,000 to $5,000 freebie commission, and nobody responded to me. It's insane. And then somebody responded back to me, hey, I saw you message me. I'm so excited to help you. I'm like, bro, seriously, 15 agents. Like, bro, don't be I call it the flyby bird shitter, right? You come, you just drop a bunch of stuff online, poop everywhere, and then you take off and you're like, all right, off to go poop some more. And you're just leaving your little nuggets of gold all over the world, and you're not following up with people. So when you post something, go do some things, leave your app open. And then, because Instagram wants to see you on their app. So leave your app open, go to the bathroom, go wash your hands, go puke. I don't know what you want to do, whatever works for you at the moment. And then come back and respond to those people. Those are all opportunities to say hello to somebody. And then from there, go to the DM. Right? Everything happens. I think there's a song that's called like Down in the D or something, like Down in the DM or something. That's where it goes down, you guys. The whole point of this is to get people in the DMs. If you can get them in the DMs, you win. If you guys are committed, which you guys, so many of you said you are, I need one video on one platform for 30 days from you. One video, one platform, 30 days. I hope your videos are absolute dog poop. So that in 30 days, when you look back and look at them and be like, wow, those suck. These are awesome. And guess what? Nobody cares. 99% of the people who follow you will never see your content more than 7 seconds. So all of your anxiety about, I don't look pretty. You guys, I smell like curry. I was in a bathtub with an IV in my arm 17 minutes ago. I was in the fetal position on the ground. I'm like, Cody, are we really doing this right now? He's like, yeah, bro. I was like, nobody told you that I'm dying. He's like, well, I mean, I saw your Instagram, but I thought you were fine. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I wearing the same shirt for 3 days. I don't even know what my hair looks like. I don't care. I don't care because I know the content is so good. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I post real stuff. And that's what you should do. Just get out there and do it. 30 days, one video, one platform, right? Is that what I said, Cody? I think
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
If it were me and you guys, Cody's the marketer, he's the brains behind the operation. I would be on TikTok if you don't already have a following on Instagram. I would go hard on TikTok and just spend my time there. Cody?
Yeah, it's what Sharon says all the time. Conversion happens in conversation, and that's really everything that we want to really touch on today is the fact that conversion happens in conversation. You handed it back to me. Is that what you're doing?
No, I was just asking
Okay.
you for some help. I just needed to breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Build your guys' top of funnel with marketing. So when I got into real estate, all right, and I have a video coming out today about this. I committed to everything. I did open houses. I cold called. I door knocked. I bought Zillow leads when y'all would have laughed at me for buying Zillow leads, right? We were doing paid traffic. We were doing organic traffic. We were doing joint ventures. I was talking to people, trying to get co-listings. I was opening houses for other agents, right? I did everything I could to get in front of people. Why? Because I didn't know what would work, but I knew something would work. We didn't have podcasts really back then. It wasn't as big. And JVs is joint ventures. So who is in your local community that you guys can become partners with, where you can get on their platform and speak once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, get on podcast, right? How do you become the industry expert? Everybody wants to work with an expert now. Last year, you could have been selling horse manure while you're selling real estate. You would have been fine. Now you got to be an expert. Right. I just got referred to my friend's, one of my really good clients. She referred me to her brother and she's like, Vic, I need you to find him a shark. He's moving from Oregon to Florida. I'm going to get 2 referral checks because of the relationship that I have with her. And she followed me for 8 years on social media before we ever did a single transaction. And now she's going to bring in, somewhere close to $100,000+ into my pocket in the last 12 months. I sold her house, double-ended it at an open house. First listing I've done in 3 years, maybe 5. Did the open house, found the buyer, double-ended it. And now she's referring me to her brother who's selling and buying a $700,000 property. So that's because for 8 years, I was posting crappy content on Facebook, right? For 8 years, she saw me. For 8 years, I was showing up. So you have to show up, right? You have to build your top of funnel. You have to do it all right now. And you guys, if you're not doing open houses, here's this perfect open house strategy. Sunday, 11 to 1, 2 to 4, 2-hour open houses. You don't need to be there all day. It's not a quinceañera. Get the hell out, get in, get out. 2-hour open houses, right? You can do 2 on a Sunday, and then you have 2 hours afterwards to call everybody who you met at the open house. My biggest client ever came from me holding another agent's open house. They did $3 million purchase and they referred me to a $4 million buyer. Not a bad day. And they asked me questions. I had no reason to be in this house. Like I should have been mowing the lawn, if anything, at this house, not opening it up, like pretending like I knew what I was doing. And the reason why they used me is because they asked me about the floors and I got them the answer 30 minutes later from the agent. And they said, we went through 20 open houses and nobody's done that for us. They called me back and said, hey, you were so professional. Can you interview us to work with you? And I was like, yes. Could you come over tonight? Let me check my calendar. Oh yeah, I can move some stuff around. Oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all better believe I was there in a heartbeat, right? Open your top of funnel. Do more. You have to do more. You need a bigger pipeline. As we saw up in the beginning, somebody lost 14 clients. Somebody lost 20 clients. Those are big pipelines by any stretch of the imagination in real estate, right? One agent to handle 14 to 20 clients. That's huge. So make yourself known, you guys. That's why fame is the best
Fame is the most efficient business model.
Yes. And that's why you got to build your funnel, and that's why you got to get famous. What's next? So what's your guys' plan? Like, I want you guys to create a plan right after you get off this call, except for Sandra. Thank you for being on camera. She's driving. So if she's driving, you can't obviously write, but what's your plan to connect with everybody, right? Do you have a plan? Are you calling every person who you've ever reached out to you? Are you calling every person who's ever bought with you? I don't care if they bought something with somebody else. I guarantee you that agent's not following up with them. And chances are 87% of realtors go out of business. They're probably not going to be around in 6 months anyways. Like, it's true. Most agents came during the gravy train, right? Like, how many people got into real estate from being a dental hygienist? Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, so many people were like a dental hygienist and they were hating their job, complaining, and their friends are like, hey, you should get into real estate. You're really friendly. And then they get into real estate and like, holy crap, this is a business. This isn't like super easy. And the gravy train is gone, y'all. Like, Adam's laughing because he's like, yes, that's true. The gravy train's gone, you guys. This is where we got to put in the work. And the people who commit, that put in the work, you do your videos, you do your calls, you talk to your people, you have a plan of how you're going to connect with everybody, right? That's ever reached out to you, all your active buyers, all your active sellers, your past clients, right? Sellers who are 3 to 6 months out, right? And you start to educate them, right? Like, oh, that was cute. How come, is he going to give us a kiss too? I think we should all get a kiss as well, right? It's only fair. Don't be shy. That's cute. Do you guys have investors that have been sitting on the sidelines, right? How do you get a hold of them? The more you get in front of them now, the better your opportunities to sell them something when they're ready to purchase. So let's do that right after this call. I want you guys to create a plan to connect. I would say get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, you're in your office, or your living room, wherever you do your work from. And from 8 to 10, bare minimum is your dial for dollars, bare minimum, right? Get a headset, get a dialer, upload your list in there and start bop, 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 right? There's a lot of different programs out there that you can get help with. But upload your stuff and start dialing, and 2 hours minimum a day, right? Who here's seen the movie Office Space? Remember when, I think it's Jennifer Aniston and the guy's like, you don't want just the minimum amount of flair, do you? 2 hours is the minimum flair. All right. 2 hours is the minimum flair. If you want more, do more, right? If you want to thrive, do more, right? I remember my buddy, he's like, yeah, I want to connect you with this one agent out here in Seattle. I'm like, cool. What's her name? He's like, it's this name. And he's like, look her up. I was like, okay, I looked her up. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, she's doing good biz. He's like, bro, she's the best out there. I'm like, I'm at the same value. I've sold as much as she has. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's crazy. I was like, I mean, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, everything. Like, it's a recession, bro. Like, I got to do everything. I'm brand new. I don't have 20 years in Seattle. I moved here last month. I don't know anybody. Al, if you got a question, if you want to drop it in the chat, that'd be awesome. And we can answer it for you. You guys, other agents need help, right? Other agents need help. Cody, are we sharing this with them afterwards? Is that the program?
Yeah. Everyone's like, all those taking
Attendance.
and we'll get this to everyone that kind of showed up to the call.
Hey guys, you know what? Do a solid for your office. Share this with them, right? Do a solid with your office. Share that with them, right? Go find a new agent, mentor them, help them. Other people need love. Other people need help. Other people don't know where to turn, right? Unfortunately, it took us $800 and 60 hours to get our real estate license. They didn't teach us how to run a business. They didn't teach us how to create KPIs. They didn't tell us about, 30, everybody says get on social media, but nobody has a plan. You guys have a plan, 1 video a day, 30 days, 1 platform. You want an even better plan? Batch out the time you're going to create your content, batch out your time for planning your content, batch out a time for posting your content. Just put it in your schedule, right? So create all 5 videos on 1 day. Then every day, put 30 minutes to post your video, write your copy, right? Trending sounds, research, trending hashtags, research, right? 30 minutes. And then have about an hour a week where you come up with the ideas. we have a system that we use. It's called monday.com. And we just have we have an area for just video content. And
I
then
just dropped the social planner, 60, we call it 60-day social sprint. I just dropped it in there. It's 60 content ideas for the next 60 days. So use that.
let's see what that looks like. Oh, my computer's acting like I am. It's a little slow right now. Oh yeah, you guys, that's so good. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Will you do them a favor, Cody? Will you throw that in the email too for them so that way they have it?
I'll throw that.
Dude, so good. You guys, the last thing is strengthen your beliefs, right? Mindset's everything right now. Like you have to believe you're going to succeed. You have to believe you're going to make it through this. You have to believe that the US economy is not going to fall flat on its face. You have to believe that the world still believes in our economy because they do, and they're going to be buying it up left and right. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your strength. I think that's misspelt. Is that misspelt, or is it just me that looks like that's misspelled?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. So when you guys perform and you guys strengthen your mindset, right? Like there's a great book out there. If you guys haven't read it, it's called, I spilled some water over here. It's called Think and Grow Rich, right? Have you guys all read Think and Grow Rich? Like this is a must read for everybody. This is a must read for all of you guys. The other thing is that there's another book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. If you guys are struggling with videos, you might want to not give a F and just read this book and start doing it. Right. But like everything we do, we have to believe that the best is yet to come. Right. We have to believe in ourselves that the best is yet to come. We have to have faith that we are going to survive this. And if you have that faith, right. The second book, my friend. So Think and Grow Rich and The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And this one is by Mark Manson, and Think and Grow Rich is by Napoleon Hill. Right. Like super clutch, you guys. Your mindset is what's going to bring you through all of this. Your belief in yourself is what's going to get you on the phone in the morning when the day before everybody told you that they're not buying or selling. Belief in the fact that this is going to work is what's going to get you through, your guys's video content creation. When you make a video and like one person watches it, you're like, dude, Vikram's stupid. He's an idiot. And if you guys go look on my TikTok, you'll see the videos from about 3 months ago, 100, 200. Now they're like 1,000. That's 10x viewership, y'all. 10x, right? And when it goes from 10x again, it's going to go from 1,000 to 10,000, and then 10,000 to 100,000. So there's a ton of opportunity if you guys do it. But if you guys don't do it, you're giving it up. There's a kid that's 19 years old. I saw him on Facebook today. No, on YouTube today. 19-year-old. He started. He's now got about 250,000 people following him. He gets $10,000 TikTok paid advertisements from real estate companies. I'm like, I don't even think the kid sold 10 houses, but he's a content creator. He's getting paid. Strengthen your beliefs. The best is yet to come. If that kid can do it, you can do it. Trust me. If he did it, you can. And then the last one is, if you guys need a coach, hire a coach. You guys scan this code right now. This isn't supposed to be here. Hurry up and scan this. This isn't supposed to be here. This is a super tactical pricing playbook that I did with my mastermind group. It's kind of intense. It might be hard to understand some of it. But scan this code right now, because this thing is the most legit languaging about pricing that you'll ever get in your life. And this will change the entire listing presentation completely. Like this will turn it on its head.
What was the kid's name you said that was doing crazy stuff?
I put it in my group.
Somebody asked that question. Ayub asked the question who it was.
Let me see where Messenger is.
Yeah, but yeah, scan that through seller pricing playbook. That's awesome. Thanks for giving that. Appreciate that.
Dude,
grab that social content calendar as well.
So money. All right, the kid's name, he's not a kid, he's now 20, so he's an adult. Joshua. There you go. He's got 21 subs on 21 subs on YouTube, and he's got like 100 on Instagram, like 100 on TikTok, and he's done that all in the last year.
Crazy.
It
Yeah.
came off really quick. I didn't even get a chance to write it. Can you put it back?
Which one?
Joshua
It's in the chat.
something.
It's in the chat. So that's it, Cody. That's all I got.
Awesome. Love you. So we're going to shift gears really quickly. I'm going to walk you through we had an hour plan. So we got 15 minutes for me to fire through this. I hope you got a ton of value. Thank you, Vikram, for pressing through. I know you were sick. Make sure you fill out the survey in the chat below, because we'll get you a replay to this. If you can just throw in the chat below, Aldo, if you can throw the survey, if you can fill that out, we will get you access to that. So what I'm going to do now, like I mentioned at the top of the hour, for those of people that are just hopping in, we will get you the replay on how to thrive in real estate during a shifting market. Really do appreciate you, Vikram. I know you're not feeling too great today, so thank you so much for doing that. What I want to do is walk you through kind of the 3 machines that we use as an agency that actually help our clients get more first conversation appointments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to spend the next about 15 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this with you on essentially how we can help you essentially fill your funnel. So I'm going to add myself as a spotlight here, and we'll go through this. So when clients come to us, me and Vikram have been working very closely over the last couple of years, over the last couple of months together, probably about 6-7 months, to really create a program that is designed in such a way that will actually, fill your front end of the funnel. Like, so when you're in a shipping market, like Vikram said, everything works. It just takes time and volume. So like he mentioned, like the joint ventures, is something that I would highly recommend you do. Take the 60-day social sprint that I threw in the chat below to, master your organic marketing. But the 3 machines when you that we essentially help clients with is lead gen, nurture, and conversion. I want to walk you through what that looks like. So when we partner with real estate agents and teams, we look to run ads on TikTok, we run ads on Facebook, we run ads on Instagram, we run ads on Google. So the reason that we run ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Google and TikTok is because we generate you and fill the front end of your funnel with exclusive leads that essentially opt in. So unlike Zillow, we get you exclusive leads that essentially will help you fill the front end of the funnel to create more first conversation appointments. Now, everything Vikram said, like, the JV stuff, the organic stuff, mastering your sphere of influence, making the dials, you still need to do all those things. And that's the whole reason that we talked about this, is even when you decide to partner with us, you still need to do the things that, you need to do a little bit of everything, but we help you from the online space actually advertise, build your brand, and actually get you exclusive leads that are also geo-targeted to your area. Now, the next thing that we do is we help you with nurture. So we do what we call lifetime nurture. And essentially what we've done for you is we have given you, when you partner with us and you work with us in the Real Estate Growth Academy, and when you work with Studio PTBO, what our big core focus is we essentially do what we call lifetime nurture. So lifetime nurture. So we essentially, every lead that comes through Facebook, we put them into an 18-month drip campaign. So this is already built out for you. We also work with you. We fire something we call Deal of the Week. So this is to actually keep people engaged. And we also do market updates for you. So everyone that comes into your database gets consistent nurture. And the reason that we do this is because what we've come to realize is, working with hundreds of agents across North America over the last couple of years, the most successful agents do a few things. So what they do and what they focus on is they realize that only 10% of the marketplace is generally a yes. Where all the money is made is in the 40 here, and 10% generally will just never work with you. The people that provide the most amount of education and and give people time are the people that win. And that's what we really try to do with lifetime nurture, is to try to create as many conversions. So we actually also have a call center that dials for you. So we do emails, we do text, we do calls, we do something we call voicemail drops, and we also use video to continue to actually nurture people to the point where we get them to a first conversation. So I'm going to demo our software really quickly and go through with you kind of how it would work. And then if you do want to actually book an appointment with us to chat a little bit more, if this is the right fit for your business, then Aldo will post that in the comment section below. So when the lead comes through the funnel, what it looks like is this. Let's pop over here, share my screen. Aldo, give me a thumbs up that you can see the software. Although you can see the software, right? Okay, cool. So the lead comes through Facebook, TikTok, we tag everything. We know exactly where everything comes through. By the time they get to you and their search list and they're actually working with you, you're going to specifically know all the relevant information, and we're either going to live transfer the lead directly to you. So this is another way to fill the front end of the funnel. But like I mentioned, you still need to do all the other things, the JV, the organic, post on content. This is a way to actually leverage online social media to actually create more first conversations, because we know that once we get you more first conversations, that's when your magic takes over and you can really do what you do best and like get people through contract, get them through close, get them through escrow, take a paycheck. So for example, this is all the information you're going to have prior to actually getting them on the phone. So we're either going to live transfer the lead directly to you, or what we're going to do is we are actually going to book an appointment into your calendar. Although if you can just make sure you're muted. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to make sure people are muted here. So you're going to know what type of property you're looking for, the price range they're after, the area, have them been pre-approved as soon as they get the right offer. You're going to have all the right information to have a good conversation. And I just wanted to walk you through this really quickly, because if you've been in our world over the last couple of years, or you've been following us, you know that our job as an agency is to essentially provide a massive amount of value from training, scripts, and that's why we partner with Vikram Deal. But really, our system is designed to create more first conversations. So if you are interested in learning about how to get more first conversations for your business, we would love the opportunity to chat with you and kind of walk you through. We have a few different types of programs. We have guaranteed appointments, we have pay-per appointment, and generally it'll be a quick 15-minute to 30-minute call. We'll just kind of take you through kind of how we would kind of plug this front end to fill the funnel on the front end of your business, and kind of take you to the point where we can kind of design a program that really works for you. So I'm going to end with this. I'm going to share my iPad screen again here. I'm going to walk you through kind of how the system operates and how it works. So this is kind of what we do. So high level overview, we generate buyer and seller leads on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok. TikTok is a new platform that we have just launched for all of our clients. The reason we launched it is because it is working really, really well. So we just launched TikTok here. So we run ads for you on social media. Like I mentioned, we generally will build, buyer and seller campaigns. We focus on 4 key metrics whenever we essentially are generating leads for you: your target market, your language, your creative, your offer. So say, for example, you're only working with business owners that want to sell waterfront property. We would work with you on your essentially your statement to actually make sure we're reaching business owners that want to sell waterfront property. If you're a larger team and you just want to generate as many buyer and sellers as you possibly can for your team, we can do that as well. So like I mentioned, once the lead is captured, they go into 18 months worth of drip campaign, and there's initiate contact sequence. Now, something else we just recently released as well that's not in this document, our business, like my mentor, Sharon Srivatsa, has actually built out 4 years now worth of drip campaigns that are actually built, because what we were finding, we were having a difficulty with like, hey, like you're busy, you're on the road, and after you speak to somebody for the first time, what happens after that? Not everyone has back-end drip sequences that will actually continue the conversation. So what we've just added into our program is 4 years of what we call lifetime nurture. And essentially what this is these were text messages and emails that were actually written by Sharon. Sharon essentially wrote these emails specifically when he was running TELUS Properties and he sold his Douglas Elliman. He gave us access to all of his emails. And essentially after you essentially have a conversation, what you do is you move them in the software, and then it triggers another 4 years worth of email and text automation to continue to keep you top of mind. So what really separates us, I think, in the marketplace is the fact that we don't just focus on, we focus on all three things that is required in order to create more first conversations. And I just wanted to share with you because it's something that I'm very proud of. I think that we've done a really great job as a team to provide a massive amount of value back to the real estate community from a system. You know, I think what I want to close out with today is just with like, everything works. It just takes time and volume. Like everything Vikram talked to you today about you know, doing joint webinars, using the 60-day social sprint, doing podcasts, all these things work. They just all take time and volume. And it's like, we're now entering a shifting market where it's like, the best thing you can do is to commit to your business, to show up online on social so that you can create more of a presence online through video. So as far as the video stuff and what we do in our system, we help you with the scripts. We help you with the creation of the video. We do everything you need in order to get your ads up and running to generate leads, and we do all the dialing. So I hope you got a ton of value today. The only thing I have to ask from you in order to like, get a replay of today is to just go to re.studioptbo.com/survey. And that will essentially let us know that you showed up. It's a quick little survey, tells us how we did, how you essentially liked the session today. And if you want to actually book an appointment with somebody on our team to chat a little bit more about how we could potentially help you, you know, shift in the marketplace to, you know, fill the front end of your funnel, go to re.studioptbo.com/send the appointments. Can you throw that in the chat below, Aldo? Vic, anything you want to, any closing statements that you want to say prior to closing out today?
Yeah, you guys, we have a unique program. And again, we're not trying to sell you guys anything, but we have a unique program where we help train you, and we also get you guys front of funnel leads. And for anybody who fills out the survey, what I'll do is I will throw in a free 20-minute planning session with you guys. So even if you guys don't want to do anything with any of the other stuff, this is a free 20-minute planning session where we'll go over your business and dial in what you need to be doing for the next 30, 60, 90 days so that you guys can be in front of the market, because everybody's going to start talking about this in like 60 days and you'll be already, you know, 60 days ahead of them. So that's something that I'll do. Probably won't be today that we'll do any calls, but I would definitely jump on and learn about our programs that we're offering and take advantage of the free 20-minute call.
Awesome. I appreciate that, Vic. I wasn't where you're going to do that. That's greatly appreciated. Yeah, fill out the survey.
Delirium kicks in.
Yeah, we'll get you the replay. We'll get you access to the social sprint as well. That was posted in the chat. We get access to everything that you want, and I'll make sure that the seller's resistance playbook is in there as well. Yeah, need free. I know how to close it. Yeah, Joanne, like, you know, like, let's, you know, book a meeting with book a call with Vikram. You know, maybe it's not the actual ad stuff yet. Like, you're like, if you haven't had closing yet, yeah, like, don't run ads. Ads are, like, in my opinion, are for agents that are looking to add an additional lead source. Like, if you haven't landed deals from your sphere of influence or from door knocking, cold calling, referrals, it's not ads yet. Like, you definitely need to find a way to make money if you haven't made any money. That's what exactly, like, that's everything that we preach here is like, don't spend money on ads, find ways to do things for free in order to bring people into your world. And that's where organic content can be really great. But yeah, 100%. So yeah, for sure, book a call with Vikram so he can help you with that. And I do appreciate everyone's time. Vikram, I appreciate you today for sticking it out and doing this with me. I wasn't aware that the team had said that you were feeling sick, and I hopped on it. You weren't feeling too good. So I do appreciate you. I appreciate everyone's attention today. I filled out the survey. We'll get you a bunch of goodies there. And thanks everyone for your attention. And we will see you all soon. Bye, guys.
Have a great one, guys. Thank you.